project is titled A New Reality for the Classroom, and it's basically what it sounds like. It involves the use of virtual reality and augmented reality in a math and science classroom, and I want to see what impact that will have on engagement and achievement. In a little research that I did, it showed me that 65 to 75% of students are visual learners. And we get these ideas from multiple intelligence theory. And it's good to use those things, but they need to be used in combination with coaching and mentoring. And when we do that, learning increases approximately 101%. I also found out that 70% of students aged 8 to 15 are interested in virtual reality. So all of the statistics, plus many more, led me to think that this would be a good idea for the classroom. And I received $1,000. And what I did with my grant money is I first decided on some virtual reality headsets. And I couldn't afford to get the higher end, like the Oculus Rift with the joysticks. So what I did was I split it up. I got some Google Cardboard. I got Merge VR goggles and an Oculus Go. Now the Oculus Go is similar to the Oculus Rift, but it doesn't require a phone. So students without devices can use that. The Merge goggles, they actually require a phone, but they're very durable. They're about $30, and I actually like those better than the Google Cardboard. And the Google Cardboard you can get two for $25. In my classroom, I decided to get Merge cubes, and they go along with the Merge goggles. And what you do, it's more of an augmented reality. And if you're not familiar with augmented reality, most of you all have probably heard of Pokemon Go. And it's basically like an overlay. You can see the real world, but there is like an animation over top of that. And so students will be able to use their phones with apps, and they will hold those over the cubes, and the cubes will turn into the solar system or whatever it is, and you can tilt, and they can see different views, different angles, and there are also some math applications. So many different things that you wouldn't otherwise get that perspective. Also, I purchased a Nintendo Labo. Now, the students really love this. We've already tried it. We just got these things about a week ago. And so with the Nintendo Labo, it does require a Nintendo Switch. I don't have one, and I couldn't afford one with my grant, but my students own these. And so they've been bringing them in. You can get different kits. And so with the kit I purchased, it's a variety kit. So they can build their own piano that plays. They can build vehicles, they can build fishing poles, and this incorporates coding. I asked the students, I said, what do you think about Nintendo Labo? And one of my students replied, my sixth graders, he said, it's a great team building tool. So they love working together, and I thought that's a really good answer. But they are collaborating, they're communicating. A lot of the students that don't normally speak out in class, those that are more shy, I've noticed that they're talking to each other. One of my students, she hasn't really spoken a whole lot, and we got the Merge goggles out, and she was watching one of the Discovery VR has an app, and she was watching one of the videos about a shark, and I mean, she really got into it, and then afterwards she wanted to talk to the other students about that. So I've noticed that it's really opening them up to communication. Also with my money, I purchased an Alexa Echo Dot, and it is the kids version. And so what I'm going to do with that, that's more of an auditory smart speaker, and the students will be able, I implemented Ask 3 before me, if you all do that in your classroom. And so sometimes they can't get to me. I'm working with so many students at one time that I'm going to make a center with that. They will be able to ask the Alexa questions one at a time. And I also think it will help with their verbal, like their speaking skills, because they have to speak clearly or Alexa will not understand what they're trying to say. And so I'm going to use it in that way. I'm going to use it in a center, like when I do center days, they will have that there, and I will have a series of questions that they need to ask and get the response to. That's just some of the things I'm going to do. I'm trying to get through this really quickly, but there's so many ideas I have with these things. I also purchased a Samsung 360 camera, 360-degree camera. And so what I would like to do with that, I would like to film my classroom. That will give me a chance to analyze and to self-reflect. And the students that are absent, I can download that and put that into the virtual reality goggles, and they can watch lessons they've missed. If I feel there was something really good that day that they need to see, they can sit down and watch segments from that. Also, we can take it on field trips. We can do many things with it, and you'll get the full experience that you wouldn't otherwise get. Also, I purchased tablets and a camera, and what I would like to do with those, with augmented reality, I would like to do some QR codes and to use that in my classroom for scavenger hunts and things like that, like I've already done. But I would also like to embed some things where they can go to photos or videos, and I'm really interested in trying that and using that throughout our school. And parents could be informed, students could be informed. I could put those things in the hallway, and I'm just really excited about trying all these new things out.